The road to the championship continues on. Winner go home. Girls soccer is live here on the Prep Insider San Diego section playoff stream. Welcome inside the press box at Stan Canaris Stadium. Jonathan Rifkind on the call with you for today's action. Open division, the 2 versus the 3 seed. The Eastlake Titans taking on the La Costa Canyon Mavericks, and we have all the action for you here on the Prep Insider stream. Each and every broadcast is brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union. Mission Fed Credit Union is proud to partner with the CIF San Diego section. Mission Fed is not only a proud partner, but they're also San Diego's largest member-owned non-for-profit full-service financial institution exclusively serving San Diego County. Banking at Mission Fed means doing good for San Diego by putting money back into the communities through supporting and helping hundreds of local nonprofit organizations. Thank you to Mission Fed for your sponsorship of all of our broadcasts. A beautiful sight here in Chula Vista at Eastlake High School as they host La Costa Canyon. 2 programs that are somewhat familiar with each other in this situation in 2020. Yeah, remember pre-pandemic at the end of that phenomenal girls season, these 2 teams matched up on the 19th of February. Eastlake High School won 3-1. And it's going to be interesting. Brooklyn Daly is the only returner who scored in that match against La Costa Canyon here for Eastlake tonight. So it's going to be interesting if her experience in that Division I opening round matchup in 2020 will carry over into her performance here in the semifinal of the Open Division matchup. On the other side for La Costa Canyon, this is a program that really wasn't very good up until 2018. Their head coach, Ryan Morsey, was hired, and he flipped the script. When you look at their program, they did not have a winning season until Morsey was hired for 4 consecutive seasons. And then in his inaugural season, 9-6-5, they finished second in the Avocado West, and they lost to Eastlake in those Open Division quarterfinals. Today is a promise full of action. 2 teams battling to take on the winner of Cathedral Catholic and Torrey Pines back at Mission Bay High School at 7:30 on Friday night. We're going to step aside for a break. When we return, it's time for the matchup. You're listening to the Prep Insider CIF San Diego section Girls Open Division semifinal. Eastlake taking on La Costa Canyon when we return in a moment. You hear the La Costa Canyon Mavericks breaking the huddle as they take the field on their end. On the near side, Eastlake wrapping up their final conversations as we get ready for the Open Division semifinal. The winner taking on Cathedral and Torrey Pines. La Costa, well, they had to beat Carlsbad, a league rival, and ironically a team that they lost to last year in the Avocado West League, but were able to tie and then take a win this season. They beat Carlsbad 3-0. Eastlake took on Point Loma 1-2-0, and that's how we've gone to where we are here in the semifinal matchup. Beautiful late afternoon for some soccer on the pitch. Slightly overcast skies, 65 degrees, sunny. I expect the sun to set, the breeze to pick up, but nonetheless, perfect weather on the pitch in a late May afternoon. The Mavericks are wearing their light blues, white numbers on the front and back, knee-high socks in the same shade of blue as well. Costa is in their away whites, navy blue numbers and letters on the front and back, and we are ready to rock and roll. Players to pay attention to: Jenna Garrity, obviously for La Costa Canyon, the goalkeeper, one of the best out of North County. She allowed the fewest goals of any North County school. So Jenna Garrity, obviously the key to the game for La Costa Canyon. Eastlake, I mean, it's pick your poison. This team is so dynamic. They spread the ball so well, and we'll see how they respond to a team in La Costa that likes to play for possession, but they are never afraid to counter if they get an opportunity. It'll be the team in white and navy blue, La Costa Canyon, the Mavericks, coming into today at 11-2-4, and winners of the NCC West League. Out in the middle, Rager Jager getting ready here. Sophomore forward to get things away. Whistle blows, and we are ready Winner go home soccer begins now. From Eastlake High School. Right touchline is where the ball initially starts here on the Mavericks' opening possession, but nothing doing. It's going to be an interesting defense here for Eastlake, and I think that when you look at the two strikers up front for La Costa, they will be suffocated along the lines, which is good for Eastlake because La Costa likes to keep space out in the middle of the field. Side out there near side touchline, Sloan McDonald got caught up in the middle, thrown here. Eastlake. Defensive third is where possession is maintained, but quickly dispossessed. Lucy Martin with it towards the defensive third, trying to cross it into the middle. She has a teammate, but it'll ride off the foot of Mia DeGilio and out of play. Goal kick. Of course, Courtney Hilliard, the focus for La Costa here offensively, leads the team with 7 goals coming into today. She did have that lone goal for La Costa back in 2020 when these two teams matched up in that Open Division quarterfinal. She had the only goal for La Costa in that game. Thrown here towards midfield for La Costa. It goes down the touchline and rolls out of play. Nil-nil, 2.5 minutes in here. Rather, a minute and a half in. Already getting ahead of ourselves. And we have a corner kick in effect here for La Costa Canyon. Casey Dehan, junior defensewoman, ready to go. The box is not loaded up here for La Costa. They're staying out on the edge, and here they come. Now, kick is through, crosses in, and is just over the head of Jager and out of play, leading to a Titan goal kick. Obviously, the path for Eastlake in the regular season was to go through Bonita Vista, a team that they were able to split the regular season with and earn that out. It was going to be one of those two schools as La Costa gets in the attacking third, but a little dribbler in the middle. Pomato is there. Whistle blown, though, and it will be a corner. Or actually, is there a foul? Nope, corner. Jogging out there is Annie Dehan. Bonita, of course, a very touted team. But Eastlake capitalizing on what was a great 2020 campaign, being awarded that elusive 2 seed here in the Open Division in 2021. Dehan ready. Cross is in. It's a short cross. Goes off the heel of Jager. 50-50 ball and a clear out here for Eastlake out of the penalty area. It would be a throw-in. Beginning of the defensive third for La Costa Canyon. We have yet to see Eastlake on a counter. Possession is maintained by La Costa for much of this opening 4 or so minutes. And this is what we saw last week at West Hills on Saturday in a phenomenal Division I matchup between West Hills and Granite Hills. That was the game plan for West Hills. We don't necessarily need to shoot every time we're in the attacking third. We just want to make sure we enforce the error and the issue offensively, and eventually 1 or 2 will go in, and that's exactly what happened for the Wolfpack. Here, though, a header goes over the goal, and it'll be a goal kick for Eastlake. Third such here for the Titans in the opening 4 minutes. 0-0 the score. Leilani Pomato, phenomenal goalie. Taps it out right to Borba. Her through pass, though, into nobody in particular, taken out for the Mavericks towards midfield. Now ball's through to the right touchline. Riley Cole tries to force it up to Jager, but instead it goes harmlessly into the hands of Pomato. Little throw here near side. Borba's under it. Looking towards the right touchline. Nice little touch pass from Morrow back to her. Now ball towards midfield for Eastlake. Looking to get out and run towards the left touchline. And now into the defensive third. A good opportunity here for Eastlake to force that issue. Leno with it down the left touchline. It's tapped off the foot of Cole. It'll be a throw-in for the Titans at the end of that midfield line. 5 minutes in here to the opening half. Open Division matchup. First of 7 broadcasts we have through Saturday. So if you don't get sick of me tonight, by then I promise you will be sick of me. We'll be at Southwest San Diego tomorrow as they host Poway in a boys Division I matchup. On the throw-in, La Costa is able to get into the defensive third. Annie Dehan with it. Trying to strike towards midfield, but she's contested by Selena Wimbish. They want to keep the ball away from her if you're La Costa because she's a threat every time she touches it. On the far side, Johnson with it towards midfield for Eastlake. Through pass down the right touchline is disrupted here by Fairley. Mavericks in possession towards midfield. Courtney Hilliard with it, the midfielder. Nice through pass down the right touchline. Giving chase, but perhaps just a too much topspin on it. It was Peyton Gailey, the senior forward, down that right wing. 6 minutes in here. First half action, 0-0 score, and we'll see a throw-in, that defensive third for the Titans. Possession maintained here by Eastlake, but dribbling it out of play, and the flag is being raised here was Kylie Rivers. Thrown into the penalty box. Mavericks with it and quickly losing it, giving it back as a goal kick. An errant throw finds the goal line. I'll tell you what, as much as the Mavericks have been pressing into that penalty area, the Titans have responded defensively quite well. No clean opportunities for La Costa Canyon, though they've been All right, on the goal kick here, ball goes left touch line for Eastlake. Quick dispossession gives ball back to La Costa Canyon. And a long shot attempt just goes off the fingertips of Pamato behind the goal kick. So that'll be a corner kick here for the Mavericks. 0-0 score, 29 minutes to go here first half. Jonathan Rifkin on the call with you for each and every postseason game here on Prep Insider and CIF San Diego sections streams of the day. Tomorrow, Southwest San Diego taking on Poway in a 3 versus 8 matchup in Division I boys. I'll be at Southwest for that one. Wednesday's volleyball. Friday, we're back at Mission Bay for the championships and back at Eastlake on Saturday as well. That's our week of broadcasting as we are ready now for the corner for La Costa Canyon. Crosses in, and a whistle is blown. Possession awarded back to Eastlake. They're looking to go quickly. Immediately, the placement Rivers with it. But unfortunately, sometimes a sense of urgency doesn't necessarily mean to continuity. They turn it over at midfield. Nice little high pass down the right touch line. Lomaru, who just checked in, tried to cross it, but perhaps too far down. And it'll go just shy of that goal line, touch line, medium. It'll be a throw in here for Eastlake in the defensive third. The pass was intended for Lucy Martin. Throw in here for Eastlake. And a whistle is blown. Too much aggression shown by Taylor Ochoa on the tackle. Free kick here for the Titans towards midfield. 6th matchup between these two schools since 2008. First matchup between these two phenomenal head coaches. Nice little through pass down the right touch line. Mina Rodriguez in possession. Gives it back to Felicity Morrow. Morrow's dispossessed, but ball goes out of play. It'll be a throw-in for Eastlake here on their attacking third. So a good opportunity to force the issue for the Titans, who have not had ample opportunities compared to the Mavericks through the first 13 minutes of this half. Throw in down the right touch line. A header for the Mavericks. Ball into the corner. Lucy Martin with it. Loses possession. Selena Wimbush had a good look at it, just whipped on a kick. And then ball gets kicked out of play here for the Mavericks. Throw in for Eastlake in the attacking third. Thrown into the middle, though, is cleared out by Ochoa back to midfield. Titans still have possession, though. Plenty of spread, but this time a little through pass down the right touch line. Caitlin Fairley able to break it up. La Costa in possession. And now ball is just being turned over consistently towards midfield for both of these teams. Ina Rodriguez gets dispossessed from behind by Ochoa. Her third tackle here in limited playing time. Ochoa with a through pass up towards midfield. Goes errantly off the foot of Jaeger. And back into the defense here for the Titans. Wimbish with it near side. Boots it up to Borba at midfield. Little back tap, but too much mustard on it. Gets away from Felicity Morrow and out of play. Midfield throw in now for the Mavericks. 0-0 through the first 15 or so minutes here. Very quiet game. The Mavericks have had ample opportunity, have yet to convert, though. The Titans have locked up defensively. And on the throw, the Titans are able to dispossess the Mavericks. They go back to Natalie Borba, one of their phenomenal defensewomen here, towards the middle of the field now. To the left touch line. Riley Johnson with it. Taking it right into the foot of Hilliard. And then Hilliard boots it out of play. So thrown here towards midfield down the left touch line for Eastlake. No score. Only one shot here for Eastlake through the first 15 minutes. It was on goal, but it was well outside that penalty area. Throw in here for Eastlake. Finds the foot of Mina Rodriguez toward the attacking third, and now an opportunity on the counter. Through pass a little too far past Gregory's foot, and a turnover comes back to Eastlake towards midfield. Wimbish with it. Down the right touch line. Her through passes errant, broken up by Fairley. And now the Mavericks in the defensive third. Boot towards midfield. It's just a clear out, though, so Eastlake will get the initial touch at midfield. Taken near side to Borba for Eastlake. The Titans looking for some momentum here. Held with only one shot here. Good dispossession, taking down the left touchline here for Fairley. La Costa Canyon looking to run. Plenty of space for Fairley down the right part of the pitch, but a bad pass and some great defense by Vanessa Wimbish dispossesses her and gives the Titans an opportunity. She goes to Murrow, near side. Gregory now along that right touch line. She tries to lob it in to Rodriguez. And Rodriguez finally gets it at midfield. Dumps it off to Johnson. Touch pass back to midfield for the Titans. Borba at midfield. Try to get a give and go. The Mavericks break it up, and a throw will be awarded here after the ball finds the out-of-bounds line. Throw in for the Titans. Oh, excuse me, handball. Appreciate all the help here in the press box. Nice ball into the middle, but at a goal, Jenna Garrity doing what she's done all season long. Nothing doing on a great ball on the free kick post handball. Mavs with it. That's Paige Hayes down the right touch line, boots it up. Touch pass. Finds Hilliard. They're trying to get her going, and then a through pass, and it cannot be saved by Jager, just a little too hard out of her reach. Subs coming in here for Eastlake, Brooklyn Daly and Mia Lane. Of course, Daly had that big goal. For Eastlake last year against La Costa Canyon. Nice show out here at Eastlake. Only a handful of Costa Canyons across the pitch, but here on the near side, a couple, let's say about 100 or so fans on hand. Adhering to protocols, of course, doing a great job at Eastlake. Titans with it. Down the defensive third. Mavericks, though, able to get it back near side. In possession is Lucy Martin. Her pass towards the middle, though, is broken up. Eastlake with it at midfield. In possession, Wimbish. Trying to keep possession away from Houston, who is just smothering her. Aaron Ball goes back to Riley Johnson, the defensive third for the Titans, and she'll just dump it off to Pomado, the goalie. Pomado booting it. A dangerous pass, but finding Murrow down the field. Murrow, though, can't get a clean touch on it. A heavy touch. Gives possession back to the Mavs. Fairley tries to go left touch line. It's disrupted here. And they'll say it's off of La Costa. Natalie Borba was on the defense, and she'll throw it in for the Titans. Actually, no, I believe they're flipping the call. And it will be a La Costa throw-in as I see Caitlin Fairley jogging out to corral possession here. Fairley's confused. She went to get the ball, and then coming to the out-of-balance part is Borba. And Fairley's saying, I don't know, I'm not giving you possession. It's my throw-in. Throws it into the middle. Goes over a pair of heads. A shot goes off the post. The left foot of Courtney Hilliard got a half-decent look, but she was wide right. Ball is now being played towards the middle part of the field, and it goes out in the middle third down that left touch line. It'll be a throw-in for La Costa Canyon. Quickly on the throw-in, Ryan Cole going down that right touch line. Good job splitting the double team here is Cece Egan, but she's dispossessed. The Titans now on the run. Mina Rodriguez leading the charge through pass. Nice ball, but look at the Jets by the defense here for the Mavs. Booting it out of play wisely was Annie Dihon, star defensewoman here for La Costa Canyon, but a really good opportunity on the throw-in for Eastlake. Attacking third. They've only been in this opportunity twice so far. 20 minutes to go, opening half, 0-0 score. Costa with it. Towards midfield, a good tackle from behind, though. And the Titans are able to get it in the middle third. Rodriguez with it. Kicks it back, and now down the right touch line. It's Morrow. Looking for Daly. She has 5 goals this season. They're trying to force feed her. But on the defense, Daly and Fairley fighting it out. Fairley goes down, but it's off the right foot. And actually, that's not Fairley. That's Annie Dion. My mistake. It goes off the foot of Brooklyn Daly. Goal kick here for Costa, only the second today so far. Day finally beginning to cool off as the shadows overhead make their presence felt. Beautiful spring evening here in Chula Vista. Throw-in at the midfield for Eastlake. For La Costa Canyon, and now a counter opportunity if the Titans can get a stop here. But Egan for La Costa with a really ambitious shot about, 15 yards outside of the penalty box. And Pomado said, thank you for the ground ball, as if she was just the third baseman with a tapper. 0-0 score remains here. 18:45 to play, opening half on the goal kick. Ball's in the middle third. La Costa with it. But how about Rodriguez getting a tackle? Her through pass in the middle, though, is cut off by Fairley. And then Rodriguez able to get it right back in the middle third. Down the right hash. Dangerous backdoor pass is taken away here by Hilliard. Hilliard in a one-on-one. Hilliard with some space. Hilliard trying to break the tie. And the ball is slowly corralled and then cleared by Daniela Chevere. Great rundown by Natalie Borba and Leilani Pomado out of goal to disrupt the potential opportunity by Courtney Hilliard, the superstar for La Costa Canyon. Whistle blows into the defensive third. And that's why you never give up. You never know. It looked like Hilliard had some space, but Pomado coming out of goal initially disrupted the shot attempt. But the pressure behind by Natalie Borba really is what did it. And now Eastlake awarded a free kick here down the right touchline in the defensive third. Of course, Daniela Chevere headed to San Diego State next season. Looking to boot this one away in the defensive third. And she does. Towards the middle of the field. Initially, Casey Dehan able to get a foot on it for La Costa Canyon. Ball rolls all the way to the defensive third. Riley Johnson's there. Her through pass up the middle is taken away. And Gailey, on the tackle here for La Costa. Ball stays in the attacking third for La Costa. Dispossession, though, on the far side. And now a scrum for possession. Vanessa Leno able to keep it here for Eastlake. And she brings it back to Borba. Borba on the move now. Looking for the middle third, down the right touchline. Wide pass, and flag is up. Felicity Morrow couldn't keep it in. 16:30 to play here in the opening half. 0-0 score. La Costa, though, has had ample opportunity. Eastlake has buckled down defensively on the counter. Throw in here for La Costa midfield. Mia DiGiulio with it. Goes left touchline, but too far. Jordan Lomer, who gave it a good effort, but couldn't catch up to the ball. And it'll be a throw-in the defensive third for Eastlake. Both these teams have matched up 5 times since 2008. Eastlake owns the season series 3-0-2. Of course, they won back in that quarterfinal in 2020, 3-1. Selena Wimbish will get a rest. And Ashley Mkhitaryan, the freshman, will come in here and take her spot in the midfield. Throw in here for Eastlake, defensive third. It's Borba. Header, though, gives possession to Courtney Hilliard and La Costa Canyon. The cross goes into the middle in the defensive third. And an errant header is tracked down by Riley Johnson down the left touchline. She just lobs it for Ryan Cole, who's able to get a clean foot on it. Heavy touch, though, goes back to Eastlake. Ball dribbled. Is it out? It is. And a throw is awarded to the Mavericks in the middle third down the right touchline. Pace of play, Wow, apparently a tongue twister there. The pace of play has been relatively inconsistent. Feels like sporadic is probably a better term. You get moments of high pressure, good counter opportunities, but neither team able to keep the high tempo pace of play consistent. On the throw-in, goes off of La Costa in the defensive third for Eastlake. We'll see a throw-in. And La Costa, they're definitely owning possession, but Eastlake, they're not backing down defensively. It doesn't seem like they obviously they care, but they're playing like they're content locking down defensively, and to a point that's good. maybe at halftime. But if you're tied at halftime, it's time to really start injecting the nitrous boost into these players and forcing the issue offensively. Clear out towards midfield. In possession is Brooklyn Daly. Her through pass. Looking for, is that Lane? It is Mia Lane, but she can't get to it. Clear out to midfield is taken by Lacoste. Courtney Hilliard with it. Through pass down the right touchline is way too hard. Riley Johnson is there. She'll boot it out of play harmlessly. It'll be a thrown in the attacking third for Costa Canyon. Winner plays the winner of Cathedral Catholic Torrey Pines. We'll try to get an update of that game at halftime. Winner go home soccer. In the Open Division, an Open Division season that has fewer Open Division teams than in years past, so it was even more prestigious during the COVID season. Throw in here in the attacking third. Goes to Hilliard. Her give and go pass is left short, and now a counter opportunity for Eastlake down the lines. On the far side, it's Lane. Down the left side, she has a couple of teammates up, and her through pass goes off the head of a Lacosta defender back to her, and then her through pass goes into the hands of the goalie, Jenna Garrity. Grant, great opportunity for Eastlake on the counter, but no continuity. Lacosta getting into the passing lanes and forcing the turnover. Goal kick down the left flank is taken by Eastlake. A heavy touch here by Johnson. She's able to keep it in play. Expert maneuvering there by Riley Johnson. At the midfield, McAterian is dispossessed, and then a heavy touch here for Lacoste. Roll all the way back into the defensive third. Leilani Pomado comes at a goal. Now she grabs it as Costa was threatening. It was Cece Egan just giving her an eye right there. Wimbish with it. Back into the game after a brief rest. Playing in the defensive third now. She goes near side to Borba. Borba looking to midfield, trying to force a pass to Daly. Dispossession here, a collision. Everybody seems to be okay for Eastlake in the back third, and then an errant shot. If it even was a shot, was taken by Pomado, more like a pass. That was Jordan Lomaru on the turnover for Lacosta. Eastlake with it. Middle third, ball floated up into the middle. A 50-50 goes off the head here of Ochoa for Lacosta and swung down the left touchline. On the move now, Fairley. Fairley, nice look in the middle, but a dispossession here by Wimbish, and she has been really good. This is why she can play all over. She's playing defensive in the middle defense right now. Really a CDM spot as a cross comes in, and a great job by Felicity Morrow just to jump in the passing lanes and kick this one behind the goal line. So it'll be a corner for Lacosta, their fourth year of the half. It's 0-0, 11.5 to play here in the opening half. Two teams that have played different styles of soccer throughout this season. Both have been very successful. But Lacosta currently controlling pace of play and with an opportunity here to try and break the score. In the corner, jogging out for a corner kick is Annie Dehan. See a few more forwards enter the game for Lacosta. Reagan Jager, the phenomenal sophomore, highlighting the subs. The cross is in off the corner. Header is through, and a great job, Leilani Pomado, using her body to get in the way. There was an initial header opportunity and the secondary kick opportunity on goal, and Pomado was able to disrupt both here for the Titans. Masterful job in goal. Now near side, through pass down the right touchline for the Titans is intended for Daly. Dispossession, though, comes to Annie Dehan. She has been very active in the defensive third for Lacosta. Swinging it near side, Avery Nicholas with it, getting her first touch today. But a heavy touch on the swing up the middle to Jager. Goes back to the Titans, and then a through pass on the far side is through. And a good job by the left wing here. I believe that was Mia Lane for Eastlake to keep possession, but now a turnover falls on the right touchline. It's Caitlin Fairley. She loses it, though. Back into the middle of the field. McAterian with it. And a good tackle. Peyton Gailey coming in for the Mavericks. Ball in the defensive third now for Costa Canyon. Under 10 to play here, opening half. And a boot out for Garrity. Finds the middle. Three heads. A trio of heads. Get under it before the ball finally lays to rest on the pitch. Mavericks with it. Through pass up to the middle. I don't think there's an offside flag. Avery Nicholas is there, but the touch is too hard, and Pomado is able to gather it out of goal. Little throw in here near side. Looking for Morrow, and she's initially challenged by Caitlin Fairley. Fairley kicks it out of play, and a throw will be awarded to the Titans here in the middle, third down the right touchline with 9 minutes remaining in the first half. Kylie Rivers, Miranda Gregory, as you heard, checking back in here for Eastlake. Throw in here. Goes into the middle, but nobody for the Titans was ready. A pair of blue jerseys around that ball, but none of them looking for possession. Mavericks with it. Middle third. Ball's through up to Ochoa. Ochoa loses possession, gets it back. And just an errant pass towards the middle is broken up here now. Headers all over the place before the ball finds the penalty box, and Pomado. Feels like Leilani Pomado and the soccer ball have become close friends throughout this match. Borba with it. Looking for the middle third. To Gregory. Gregory's challenged by Houston. Gregory gets it. Has a woman in the middle on the through pass. It's Wimbish, and she gets tackled from behind, and that should be a card. It's a red card for La Costa's Taylor Ochoa, the senior midfielder. A detrimental mistake by the senior. She's awarded a red card. Excessive contact from behind. Wimbish had the step up into the penalty box. Now we'll see where the foul occurred. I don't have a clean look at the outline. I think it's just outside of that penalty area. And that's what the general consensus is. So Taylor Ochoa, the senior midfielder, a captain on this team, and one of the star defensewomen, has been expelled from the game for a red card. Excessive tackling, unnecessary contact, and a prime opportunity for Eastlake to break the tie now. 0-0 score, 7:10 to go and counting here in the first half. Right outside that penalty box, that 16-foot line, striding up is Daniela Chaveria, the San Diego State commit. The wall, 8 feet out of goal. She has 4 blue jerseys to her left. Can Chaveria break the tie here in the semifinal? She cocks back, rocks the shot, and it's blocked in goal by Jenna Garrity. And Garrity cradling that ball like it's her own baby. What a stop and go by Garrity. But now La Costa Canyon has to play a player down for the rest of this match. We'll see if Eastlake can capitalize, and it'll be a midfield down. A throw-in, though, here for La Costa Canyon is airing a great defensive effort by Miranda Gregory, but she'll kick it out of play, and it'll be a throw-in for the Mavericks. Really tough. I have not seen a red card yet this season. I've seen a handful of yellow cards. And Miranda Gregory trying to explain to the referee what have you. It was actually a free kick, not a throw in here, so it'll be a foul. And Annie Dehan down that left flank, the touchline in the defensive third, boots it away for La Costa Canyon. Into the middle, but off the foot by Chaveria. And another throw in, this time in the middle third for La Costa Canyon. Postseason is here. What a beautiful time of year. A time that I don't think anybody really thought we would get to. I'll go over that broadcasting slate again as we hit the 5.5-minute mark of this first half. Eastlake in possession in their defensive third. Vanessa Wimbish with it. Dribbles it back to Pomado. Back to Wimbish now. Nice little touch pass up the middle to Chaveria, excuse me. Up the middle. Through pass, a little too heavy on the touch. Well out of goal is Garrity, and she just unloads on this one. Back to the defensive third for Eastlake. Heavy touch, gives it back to La Costa. Down the right flank, a little chip pass into the box is too hard, and Pomado is there out of goal to make the grab. These heavy touches, both sides struggling, maintaining possession off of heavy through balls or hard crosses. In the middle of the field, possession falls to Eastlake. Pushing the issue here, a heavy through pass, though, and out of goal comes Garrity. She kicks this one away towards midfield. Ball into the defensive third. It's Riley Johnson. Going down the left touch line. Nice little elevated pass to McIntyre. McIntyre with it. Middle of the field, trying to fake the pass, free up some space, and now brings it to the near side. Borba with it. Borba turning on the Jets. Nice through pass. They're trying to get trying to get Morrow going as she just boots it up into the middle. Wimbish coming out of the defensive third. Gets disrupted off of Lacoste, and we will see a corner here for Eastlake. The first corner for the Titans of the first half. It comes with 4 minutes to play. 0-0 score. Titans' most ample scoring opportunity came right outside the penalty box on a free kick. Chaveria couldn't cannon on a good stop by Jenna Garrity, the goalie for Costa. Costa's had a handful of opportunities, just have yet to convert. On the corner, McIntyre into the middle. And a white jersey is able to get a head on it and keep this one out of the box. The Titans still with it. Borba. Just a little dribbler into the box. Garrity is there for the stop. Give her 5th save here today. Down the right flank, she boots this one away into the middle third. And here for Lacoste, possession is gained. Now a through pass, heavy touch here to Jager. They really tried to feature her through the opening 10 minutes or so, but since then she has been held quiet. Ball finds the middle. It's Borba at midfield. Borba, the light pass towards the back on the near side of Morrow. Morrow has some space in front of her. Out wide on the right comes Gregory. Cross into the middle, but it's disrupted out of play. Great job by Casey Dehan, the sister of Annie Dehan, to fly out of that defensive third position into the middle of the penalty box and disrupt what was a really good cross. Corner kick now for Eastlake. 2.5 to play in the first half. McIntyre ready to go. Not a bunch formation here in the penalty box. Eastlake keeping it spread out, so we will see a reemergence of Mina Rodriguez coming in. Selena Wimbish will take a seat. So offense for defense substitution here in a 0-0 ball game. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Corner here, McIntyre. It's a dribbler. Nice look, but a heavy touch. And Gregory cannot control as she goes wide right on the goal opportunity. And it was one of those with the top spin where you bring out the arch of your foot, and if you don't swing your leg inward, the ball just goes errantly off, and that's exactly what we saw right there. 2 minutes to go, which means we're headed to extra time now. We are now at the mercy of the referee's whistle when this half ends, so no more time. No score, though. Acosta with it in midfield. Elevated through pass, dribbles out of play, throw in the defensive third for Eastlake. Riley Johnson jogging back out there. Costa Canyon came out of the gates a little bit more aggressive. They owned the pace of play. Possession for the first 15 or so minutes, but then Eastlake, they turned up the tempo, I should say, defensively, forced the issue, and then they started to focus more on possession in the midfield, and then it turned into possession into the attacking third. They've had some very good opportunities. Taylor Ochoa with that red card for La Costa Canyon, which could prove to be a turning point in this match later on when you play a woman down. Titans with it, near side. Plenty of pitch in front of Mia Lane, down that right touchline lane. Nice little controlled stop. She's met by Houston. And Houston able to get a cleat on it. And the clear out here for Caitlin Fairley. Gives Eastlake a throwing opportunity here in midfield. Southwest San Diego tomorrow in a boys Division I matchup. They host the 8-seeded Poway. How about Poway? They played the 1-seeded Helix and won in a match that nobody thought Poway would win. The 5th team out of the Palomar League making a run at the Division I championship. How about that? So we'll be on the call for that one tomorrow. Still got to wrap up a great one here tonight, though. 0-0 in extra time. Ball on the far side at midfield. Riley Johnson with it, keeping it at midfield. Bringing it into the middle now at Chaveria. That future Aztec in possession, putting the moves on Houston, trying to keep it away from her. And she dumps it off near side. McIntyre, freshman, showing a lot of possession skill here. Gives up possession to Rivers. Back to Shvaria. Towards the penalty area. Great possession here on the give and go, but a heavy touch off the foot of Rivers. allows Costa for a counter opportunity now. Great tackle made by Dihan, the freshman. And then I'm not exactly sure what that touch was towards the attacking third. Jager just elevated a pass directly to her right. It was almost like a screen pass in football to the wide receiver. There was no chance for Gailey to maintain possession of that one as a throw is awarded here to Eastlake. Extra time is upon us here in the first half. 0-0 score. Titans looking for perhaps one last push to end the first half. Momentum is really important. And there's the final whistle to end this first half of action. 0-0. How about that? The score, both teams with some prime opportunities. Neither able to tally one up on the board. It's winner go home soccer. One way or another, we will have a winner here tonight. You cannot tie in a postseason game. It's the number 2 seeded Eastlake taking on the number 3 seeded Costa Canyon. You are listening to our Prep Insider CIF San Diego section. Girls Open Division Soccer Semifinals. We'll be back in about 9 minutes to get you ready for the second half. 9 minutes to get you ready for the second half of action. Jonathan Rifkin on the call with you. As always, a pleasure. Back for more from Eastlake in 9 minutes. 0-0 score between Costa Canyon and Eastlake. Under 2 minutes to go here. Welcome back to Stan Stadium at Eastlake. Jonathan Rifkin on the call with you for a girls' open division semifinal match between the 2-seeded Eastlake Titans and the 3-seeded La Costa Canyon Mavericks. It's a 0-0 at halftime, and a match that really saw La Costa open out possession consistently, continuity, keeping the ball in the attacking third in the opening 15 minutes of the first half. And then it was Eastlake clamping down defensively, forcing the counter, forcing the issue, and getting some opportunities on goal. Neither team able to get one into the back of the net. We'll see if the tail has to change in the second half, because no matter what, we have to announce a winner here. Remember, if we're tied at the end of regulation, we go to golden goal. If we're tied at the end of that, well, then we have a shootout, which Eastlake is no stranger to shootouts, especially in high-octane postseason play. La Costa, on the other hand, they're looking for their first semifinal victory in quite some time. If you go back through the history of La Costa Canyon over the last half a decade or so, this was not a good Mavericks team. Up until 2019, I mean, they were 7-10-1 in 2019. They were a 7th seed in the Division I. They lost to El Camino in the first round. All of a sudden, Ryan Morrissey is hired. Ryan Morrissey, of course, played at Concordia up in Portland, a Division II university. He was the assistant at Juanitas, the junior varsity head coach at Lincoln High School. He's been around, and he came to La Costa in his first season. In 2020, they went 9-6-5, their first above 500 season in 4 years. And it came at Ryan Morrissey's opening season at La Costa Canyon. Of course, that was the team that went on to lose to Eastlake in that open division quarterfinal. But Morrissey, I mean, he's also a San Diego native. Played at Lincoln before heading up to Juanita High School. On the other side for Eastlake, Cameron Roger in his first season is a San Diego High School graduate. You also know who's in his company, right? Is Phil Mickelson. Of course, the 50-year-old who won the PGA Championship this past weekend is a graduate of what was then the University of San Diego High School and now USD. We are ready to go. 0-0 between two programs. Winner punching their ticket to the championship at Mission Bay on Friday night. I will be there for that call. No matter what, we will see one of these teams. Cathedral Catholic taking on Torrey Pines. Winner of that one will play the winner of this game. 40 minutes on the clock here, second half of action. Each and every broadcast brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union. Mission Fed Credit Union is proud to partner with the CIF San Diego section and San Diego's largest member-owned, non-for-profit, full-service financial institution exclusively serving San Diego County. Banking at Mission Fed means doing good for the community by putting money back into San Diego through supporting and helping hundreds of local nonprofit organizations. Thank you to Mission Fed Credit Union for supporting each and every Prep Insider broadcast. Eastlake in their blues, white numbers on front and back. Blue knee-high socks, white letters and numbers on the front and back. The white jerseys for La Costa Canyon. 0-0 score. We've seen Courtney Hilliard play mostly midfield. Now, Courtney Hilliard, of course, 7 goals, leads La Costa Canyon. Only senior returner from that team against Eastlake in 2020 that lost in the Open Division first round. She scored the lone goal in the 3-1 loss against Eastlake, and they're trying to feature her. She had one breakaway opportunity, but out of nowhere behind her, Natalie Porba made a great defensive effort to disrupt the shot, and ultimately Pomada was able to gather that ball and limit the potential goal for Courtney Hilliard. Since then, La Costa has not really been able to feature her. On the other side, if you're looking at Eastlake, we haven't really seen any of their top 3 strikers or goal scorers get going. Mina Rodriguez, who leads the team with 6 goals. She's been playing a combination of midfield and right wing, hasn't been able to get going. Kylie Rivers has been subbed in and out. One of the premier and blazing fast strikers for Eastlake. And then Brooklyn Daly, who's been in for much of this match. He only has 1 goal. Daly, of course, the only returner on this Eastlake team that scored in that La Costa matchup back in 2020. First of 7 broadcasts we have this week. We will have 2 the Open Division championships on Friday at Mission Bay, and then we will have the Division II championships back here at Eastlake on Saturday before we have lacrosse and volleyball next week, basketball the following week, and then softball and baseball the week after that. Sprinkle in a little bit of water polo, and we have about 40 broadcasts, we'll say. I'm going to try to hit about 40 broadcasts from this moment through the end of June. We are ready to rock and roll here as the sun finds some cloud break. The shadows that were well overhead have now dissipated. We are greeted with the vitamin D from the rays of the sunlight. And we are ready to go. Out in the middle of the field for Eastlake is Kylie Rivers. One of the three of that really deadly three-headed monster up front for Eastlake. And we are ready to go. Eastlake in possession as we begin the second half of a 0-0 match. Win or go home soccer. Winner punches their ticket to the Open Division Championship on Friday at Mission Bay. Eastlake quickly looking for an opening possession goal. Through pass into the middle of the box, but is disrupted by Annie Dehan, and it'll be a corner kick for La Costa Canyon. Great job for Eastlake coming out of the gates, looking to score. They play that 2-4-3, where they have the four midfielders. Essentially, two of the midfielders are right wings that then convert, or left wings that also converge back into midfield position. They're trying to play the lines to create opportunities in the middle for through pass, and right there, finally, Eastlake had that opportunity. All right, corner kick here for the Titans, just their third here today. Riley Johnson. No, check that. That is Daniela Chaveria, third time's the charm out there in the corner. 1 minute into the second half. Boot is a dribbler into the ground, looking for that corner. It's disrupted. And just a light clear out here. Falls back to Eastlake before possession turns over. Heavy touch for Avery Nichols. Her through pass to the near side down the right flank. Intended for Gailey is broken up here for Eastlake at midfield. Down the near side, Rodriguez. Nice little dump down pass into the middle to Wimbish. Wimbish bringing it back. Chaveria with it. Future Aztec dumps it off near side. I believe that's Vanessa Leno, sophomore defensewoman with it. Down that left flank. Trying to get a through pass up, a slide, and a foul will be called. Andy Dehan got tackled. It was nothing malicious. Miranda Gregory was making a slide to the ball, but ended up catching the bottom foot there. Middle third here is where the free kick will take place for La Costa Canyon. Remember, they are playing a player down. Taylor Ochoa had that red card back in the middle part of that first half. Ball bounces around the middle third before going off of the head of Miranda Gregory. Throw in here for the Mavericks. Team out of Carlsbad. It's weird. If you look at the Mavericks, sometimes it shows up as Carlsbad. Sometimes it shows up as Encinitas. I don't really know. All I know is that they're in North County and they are dominant. But I think that we need more South Bay, East County representation in that open division bracket. And what better representative than for Eastlake in the open division championship? Trying to make that happen here off the throw-in, a dispossession by Vanessa Leno. Ball is booted out of play off of La Costa. I believe it was Jager. So a throw in here for Eastlake in the defensive third. Ball's batted around, falls to Chaveria. Her clear out towards midfield is headed fairly in possession for the Mavs. Finds Hilliard. Hilliard through pass left flank, and a great through pass that was dispossessed off the foot of Rivers will award a throw in back to La Costa Canyon. Looking to attack. Going from left to right on the radio dial. 4 minutes in here to the second half of action. Beautiful afternoon. And a late spring afternoon. How about that? We made it, folks. Throw-in goes into the middle of the penalty area. Nothing doing, though. Riley Johnson able to disrupt it. Bring it up into the foot possession of Mina Rodriguez. Rodriguez, though, with a light touch in front of his Dehan. That's Casey Dehan, the older of the sisters, trying to find Gailey down that right touch line. Ball goes to Gailey into the right box. Crosses through. Shot is in! Into the back of the net for Jordan Lamoureux. And La Costa takes a 1-0 lead here in the 4th minute of the second half, the 44th minute of the ball game. Would you believe me if I told you that was Jordan Lamoureux's first goal of the season? And it breaks the stalemate here in the 44th minute. The lower seeded La Costa Canyon playing a player down up 1-0. Eastlake now looking for possession back in the defensive third. Through a pass up the middle, goes off the foot of Rivers, out of play. It'll be a thrown at midfield down that left touch line for La Costa Canyon. And you felt like La Costa, after all of the cross opportunities in that first half, that if they had one or two more here in the second, that one was bound to find the back of the nylon. And Jordan Lomaru made that point come to fruition. Down the left flank, it's Jaeger fighting for it. She'll lose it. She got tied up in that corner with Chaveria. And the official said too much aggression. And it's just a stern warning, I believe, to the Eastlake midfielder. Ball in the attacking third for La Costa Canyon, a throw-in. Well, actually, no, not a throw-in. It should be a free kick. Avery Nicholas out there, just wide of that penalty area. Another crossing opportunity. This is what La Costa likes to do. It's how they just scored one not 2 minutes ago. Crosses in. Great, though. Great stop off the head of Leno, out of play. Giving chase to it is Rivers. Ball is booted out to the middle third. Coming back to it is Caitlin Fairley for La Costa. And she'll clear this out. No, it stays in play before finally being caught off the head of Avery Nicholas. Midfield throwing down the right touchline here for Eastlake. Borba with it. Finding Chaveria in the middle. Near side, Riley Johnson. Looking down the left flank. Heavy through pass, goes off the knee of Dehan. And in possession of Gailey and La Costa. Gailey, though, able to enforce the whistle. Selena Wimbish got a little too physical on the tackle attempt. 7 minutes into the second half here. 1-0, La Costa leads. Courtesy of that phenomenal goal by Jordan Lamoureux, her first of the season. And for the senior midfielder, one to remember. Annie Dehan at midfield, boots this one away for the Mavericks. Goes over the head of her intended target, her sister Casey Dehan, and into the waiting arms of Leilani Pamato in goal. Pamato, high arcing kick towards midfield. Little backspin goes off the foot of Dehan. Back to the defensive third for the Titans. Off the head of Avery Nicholas. Mavericks looking for possession. They bring it down the midfield flank towards the left side. Ball is looking towards out of bounds area, but a great chase down by Jordan Lamoureux to keep it in. Middle of the field now for La Costa. Swung near side. Gailey with it. Peyton Gailey gets a little give and go back towards the right flank of the box, but a great dispossession by Riley Johnson gives the Titans an opportunity on the counter. A 3-on-3 here in the middle is Rivers. Going left side on the through pass is Rodriguez. Rodriguez trying to keep it away from Dehan, but Amelia Dehan able to catch up to it. Clear it out of play, and it'll be a throw in the attacking third for Eastlake. Crosses in. Nobody is there, though. Lamoureux giving chase, but she'll let it dribble out across the pitch for a throw-in in the defensive third for the Mavericks. So nice bit of action there for Eastlake. The first counter-strike opportunity we've seen here in the half, but unable to get anything going. Still trailing 1-0 here, 31-50 and counting to play in the match. Ball cleared out towards that left flank at midfield. Kept in by Eastlake before headed out by La Costa. Eastlake with the throw-in. Left touchline midfield. Actually, no, La Costa will be awarded the throw-in. Throw-in down that left touchline. Jaeger was there. Are they going to say it's off of her? It is. So a throw-in on the contention was Natalie Borba. Borba won it. Goes off of Jaeger out of play. Throw-in here for Eastlake. Borba with the bouncer to Wimbish. Wimbish is contested initially on the touch by Houston. Houston dispossesses her for La Costa. Whistle blown, though. No, it was out of play. No, it was a foul. So a foul goes to La Costa. Free kick here for the Titans. Looking to move quickly, though. An errant through pass down the field is broken up, I should say, by Ryan Cole. Cole with a heavy touch down the right touchline into that defensive third for the Titans. And then Jaeger undercutting a Titan here. Got tied up with Vanessa Wimbish. Free kick here. Defensive third for the Titans. Into the middle. Chaveria with it. Nice little chip pass up the middle, but Lucy Martin is there to break it up. Back into the defensive third for Eastlake. They trail 1-0 here, 10 minutes in to the second half. Winner go home soccer. Winner takes the winner of Cathedral Catholic and Torrey Pines. Through pass, near side, left flank, Rodriguez. How about the chase again by Annie Dehan? The second time that she has chased down Mina Rodriguez and disrupted a potential counter-strike opportunity. And that is why the freshmen, the freshman and the junior tandem of Annie and Casey Dehan in that defensive third for La Costa is some of the best tandem that you will see. And the fact that they're sisters makes it that much more special. On the throw-in, Chaveria with it. Into the middle now, Rivers. Eastlake had a great opening possession of the half, but since then they have not been looking for possession once they have the football. Continuity lacking. Ball goes off the foot of a Maverick and out of the goal line, so it'll be a corner here for the Titans.
Entering the game for the Titans, number 11, Brooklyn Daly.
Brooklyn Daly making an appearance here. 11 minutes into the second half. 29 minutes to go here. 1-0 the score. Jordan Lamoureux scored the stalemate-breaking goal in the 44th minute of this match. Of course, the cost of playing a woman down, Taylor Ochoa got a red card back in the first half. Corner here is through. Chaveria goes getting it off the head of Rodriguez. Little side spin goes back out to Chaveria towards the corner. Right flank of the penalty box, trying to keep possession, crossing it through, and just past the outstretched foot of Vanessa Leno and out of play. What a great opportunity. And that all you can do is set yourself up for success, right? Sometimes it goes your way and sometimes it doesn't. That was a great opportunity there. And also just a great repossession for Eastlake. The initial cross was contested, cleared back out, and then a reset into that corner. Set up Daniela Chaveria perfectly with another phenomenal cross opportunity. She took advantage, just a little wide of Leno's foot. On the goal kick, ball goes back into the defensive third, taken by Johnson. Going up to Rodriguez. Rodriguez in the attacking third on the counter. Heavy touch, though. It comes off to Gregory near side. Gregory, a high cross into the box, is disrupted by the Mavs. And now here come La Costa Canyon on the counter. Heavy touch up the middle, though. Johnson is there. Off the head of Gailey at midfield. Gailey in a fight now with Chaveria for it. Chaveria wins this round. Throws it up to Rodriguez. Looking for the attacking third. Rodriguez looking at possession now as she dumps it off to Wimbish. Wimbish towards midfield, brings it back. And now Eastlake is looking for possession. This is what the approach that they had coming out of halftime. They had a shot on goal during that opportunity. And now trying to create some space on the field. Use all of the pitch here in the middle. Chaveria, nice through pass, but too heavy on the look to Rivers. The disruption is through by Fairley, and La Costa back with it. Now the clear out to midfield, Johnson. 27 minutes to play here in the first half. Scrum in the middle. Ball is cleared out towards midfield now in the defensive third. And just a safety play here for Eastlake as they get it back to Leilani Pomado, their goalie. Down the right flank, Pomado goes. Ball's brought back to Vanessa Wimbish here for the Titans. And then she goes through the legs of her teammate Chaveria, near side to Johnson. Johnson with plenty of space and no defender to pick her up. A lot of green to work with. Into the middle, Rodriguez. Heavy touch, gets it back, and she can't corral possession after the secondary touch. Ball is dribbled out of play towards midfield off of La Costa Canyon, who's playing very defensive now. Now that they got their goal, they are bringing their midfielders back, and they're playing a more defensive formation, are the Mavericks, trying to just limit the Titan opportunities here in the second half. Throw in at midfield. Goes off the head of Dehan. Falls favorably to Rivers. Rivers just outside that penalty area. Crossing into middle. It's broken up by Houston. Houston gives it back, gets it back. I'm not exactly sure what happened there. And then ball now in the midfield. Jager with it. She's dispossessed. Good contest by Wimbish. La Costa, though, able to get it back. Down the left flank, through pass. Too heavy. It's broken up here for Eastlake. Now in the defensive third. Chaveria with it, the future Aztec. She is so quick. She reminds me of, I don't know. She's just fantastic. She's just fantastic. There's no comps. She is a one of a kind. 1-0 score remains. 25 minutes here to go in the second half. Costa scored in the 44th minute, threatening now down the right flank. Here comes Dehan, crossing it into the middle. Jaeger, the senior, trying to create some space. A heavy touch on the look, but Johnson gets in front of it. Ball dribbled out to the corner. Daly trying to gain possession. It rolls out of play. They're saying it's off of Costa, so a throw in here in the defensive third for Eastlake. Good defensive stand for the Titans. Time not a factor yet. Still 25 minutes to play here in the half. But of course, the quicker you score, the more comfortable you'll feel here if you're Eastlake. Ball goes into the middle. Errant pass is taken by Cole. Cole with a really wide shot. It's the back of the head of Wimbish and into the hands of Pomado. Wimbish didn't even realize it. Goal kick out towards midfield, goes off of the head of Courtney Hilliard, who has not really had any opportunities. She gets it back towards the attacking third. Mina Rodriguez now with the touch, brings it near side. Miranda Gregory with a through pass. Wimbish now, she's dispossessed. Rodriguez, though, finds Wimbish up the middle. In a one-on-one, she swings it to Daly. Daly with the shot, and it is not through. It is wide right. And I believe offsides is called anyways. A great counter opportunity for Eastlake. And it's certainly a game of inches. Subs coming in here for La Costa Canyon. CeCe Egan making a reappearance. Ryan Cole will take his... Well, nope, they're saying no subs right now because of the offsides. They passed the time where they were allowed to substitute. So no subs coming in here for La Costa. Lead remains intact. 1-0, 23:30 to play here, second half. Winner go home soccer. Winner heads to the championship in the Open Division. Taking on that winner of Cathedral versus Torrey Pines. We'll try to get an update on that match. We're riding solo here on the broadcast tonight, so we don't get timeouts in soccer, so at the end of the game, we'll figure it out. Ball out of play here, midfield throw-in for Eastlake. Costa still playing a woman down, as it will be for the rest of the game. Sub coming in here. Ashley Macatarian making a reappearance. Selena Wimbish will take a much and well-deserved rest, a much-needed and well-deserved rest. She has been all over the place, very active, playing midfield, but playing like a CDM and a CAM at times. Out there all over the pitch. On the throw-in, LaCosta is able to get it. Heavy touch off the body of Jaeger, but she's able to get it. Racing to catch up with her is Macatarian. Through pass down the left flank. Daly, though, is going to watch it just go past that goal line, and it'll be out of play for an Eastlake goal kick. Quick kick here. Riley Johnson takes it from Pomado, her goalie. Down that left touch line. Johnson hitting that nitrous button. Trying to heavy through pass, perhaps a little too ambitious, as that ball will fall harmlessly into the waiting hands with Jenna Garrity. You can feel the tension begin to rise on the Eastlake side of things. 22 minutes to play here in the game. The number 2 seed Eastlake trailing to the number 3 seed La Costa Canyon 1-0. Ball in the middle of the field. Chaveria doing a masterful job keeping possession. Nice touch pass to Rodriguez with some space out the middle. Little touch goal, and it goes off the forearm of Garrity and out of play. The junior goalkeeper getting enough of the body on it, and it will be a corner kick for Eastlake. It was actually a very good look for Rodriguez. She was facing pressure from that defensive line for La Costa, took her shot, and just really an elbow is what Garrity was able to get on that ball to keep it out of goal. Game of inches, folks. It really is. All right, corner here. It's through into the middle, off the head of a Maverick and out of play. Now a through pass up the middle. It's a 2-on-2, turning into a 2-on-3. CeCe Egan with it for the Mavericks, down that left touch line. Trying to beat Morrow, crossing it through. A dribbler, though. Pomado is there for the stop on that right post. 21 minutes to play here in the second half. 1-0 score. La Costa still up, courtesy of the Jordan Lomoreau 44th minute goal here to break the stalemate. Titans looking to answer. Down that left flank, it's Leno. Swinging into the middle, Macatarian. The freshman keeping her touch distance close. In possession, nice and controlled, finds Morrow. Back at midfield. A lob pass towards the attacking third. Comes off to Rivers. She's fighting for it, though, and ultimately Cole able to get a handle on it for La Costa Canyon. Touch pass up to midfield. Jaeger with it. She's dispossessed. La Costa able to regain it now. Left side, Egan. CC Egan putting on the moves. Egan down that left flank in the penalty area. She's dispossessed. Great defensive effort by Felicity Morrow to break that one up. Throw in for La Costa Canyon in the attacking third. And this is where they scored their goal, folks, on a throw-in cross opportunity. The Mavericks live and breathe for these cross opportunities. We'll see if they can capitalize. Under 20 to play here, second half. And actually, that ball may have gone out at the goal line. So it actually might be a corner kick, not a throw kick. Or not a throw-in, excuse me, for La Costa Canyon. Ball in the corner. It's Casey Dehan. Box is stacked for the Mavericks. Ball placed at the corner. Dehan is ready to boot this one into the middle, try to pad the lead for her team. Kick is through. Batted around, and I believe that was Mina Rodriguez who was able to clear it out for the Titans. Bringing it near side now is Macatarian. Macatarian. Nice little through pass up the middle. Heavy touch, though, off the right foot of Gregory. Gives possession back to the Mavericks. Jaeger trying to find the attacking third. She's dispossessed by Wimbish. Wimbish giving chase now. Wimbish at the midfield. Just clearing it out up the middle. Garrity comes out of goal. Kicks it through down that left flank. In possession, Brooklyn Daly with it. Daly being chased down by Caitlin Rohr, getting her first opportunity here for La Costa. Ball swung to Macatarian. Macatarian in the attacking third. Nice easy touch to Gregory. Gregory going back to the freshman Macatarian. Bringing it up to Shivaria. Possession being maintained here for Eastlake wisely in the attacking third. Shivaria, the future Aztec, with a little touch shot into the middle. Garrity, though, didn't have to move much out of goal to make that grab. But again, all you can do is set yourself up to score. The more opportunities you get as Eastlake, the more opportunities, the more momentum, the more issue that you force on La Costa, the better position you are in to knot this thing up. On the goal kick, ball in the middle third. On the left side, it's bouncing around, and Eastlake will take it. Daniela Shivaria with it. Houston there to contest. Shivaria putting the moves on, trying to create some space, but Houston not giving an edge. Forces the give up, and a whistle is blown. Too much contact by Casey Dehan, I believe. And this is a free kick opportunity for Eastlake, where the defensive third and midfield really meet towards that 30-yard line. 1-0 score remains. La Costa up over Eastlake. The 2 seed versus the 3 seed. 17 minutes to play. On the free kick here comes Daniela Shivaria, the future San Diego State Aztec. And how about CC Egan getting a yellow card for disrupting the free kick before it was made? She tried to be sneaky. It sort of reminded me, this is such a weird comp, but in 2008, during the NBA championships, Rajon Rondo would go into the Laker huddles and try to hear what they were saying, and you're not really allowed to do that. It's sort of one of those unwritten rules here, and that's why the card was, in soccer it is written. You can't do that, and that's why a card was given. But Egan trying to be sneaky, unfortunately. They're officials for a reason. Ready to go on the free kick. Shivaria into the middle. Garrity, no problem, though, with the shot on goal. Corralling it here for La Costa. Heavy touch, but a possession touch, no. Riley Johnson able to track it down. She's dispossessed by Cole. Cole in a 3-on-2 here for La Costa. Little light cross into the middle. That's Jaeger. Jaeger goes far side to Avery Nicholas, but that ball will be stopped just shy of that of bounce line. Nicholas will reset down that left line. Looking towards the middle. Nicholas into the shot, but Pomado is there just wide of the left post. You're not necessarily looking to score there, but again, forcing the issue, the more pressure your opponent feels, the better off you are as the attacking team. Out in the middle, Acosta gets the goal kick. Keeping it now in the middle third. Fairly tried to go left touch line. She's dispossessed. Ball goes all the way back to Dehan in the defensive third. Her kick is disrupted. Falls to her sister, who clears it back to Garrity, who just kicks this one out towards midfield, headed by Mina Rodriguez for Eastlake. Ball continuing to stay up in the air. Touched by Rivers. Clear out for La Costa Canyon. Goes all the way back to the defensive third left penalty area. Sun beginning to set now over Chula Vista. Beautiful background as we hit the 15th minute mark of the second half. 1-0 La Costa leads. Winner go home soccer. For the marbles to go to the championship. It's not for all the marbles, but one step closer to said marbles. On the near side, it's Leno with it. Leno, nice look up to Rodriguez down the left touchline into the middle. Heavy touch comes back to Rivers. Rivers, high shot goes off of the crossbar and through the uprights for an extra point. Just kidding, there are no extra points in soccer. It's a goal kick. Put her at the 30-yard line with a football, though, and she'll get it through the uprights more often than not, I would bet. Mia Lane makes a reappearance, the freshman who played left wing in that first half. Looking to play defense. Giving way to Kylie Rivers. Goal kick here for La Costa. 14 minutes to play, second half. Titans trail the Mavericks 1-0. Out in the middle, possession to Houston. She's fighting with Rodriguez for it. Rodriguez able to dispossess her. Finds Chaveria, back to Rodriguez in the attacking third. And a great job by Dion to step in the middle and just clear it out of play. Throw in towards the midfield and defensive third lines where they meet for Eastlake. And just like that, Vanessa Leno coming back in. Felicity Morrow, take a seat. Looking for a new soccer ball as I guess the last one eluded us. All right, middle third throw in here for Eastlake. Looking for the attacking third. Little high arcing pass into the middle of the box is just cleared here for La Costa. Back to the beginning of the attacking third. McAterian with it. Tries to swing it left side to Wimbish. Stepping in the middle and recording that tackle is Nicholas. She clears it out off the foot of Johnson at midfield. So it'll be a throw in at midfield for La Costa Canyon. A team that, if you didn't know had a red card, you would not know had a red card with the way that they're playing. They've stayed composed. They forced the issue. And with 12:55, with extra time, they are a couple of minutes away from booking their ticket to the championship. Eastlake, though, has plenty of firepower. If they can get one or two more good counter opportunities, it's what you're looking for. Johnson to throw in at midfield for Eastlake. Down that left touch line. Looking for Rodriguez, but a clear out here for Dion. Back down that right touch line, back into the defensive third. Johnson is there. Touch pass into the middle. McAterian, the freshman. Nice little backdoor move, keeping possession here. Gets some space towards midfield. Now in the middle. Through pass is a force, but it somehow finds the shoulder of Brooklyn Daly. A heavy touch, though. Ball goes into the corner, I believe. No, it's a beautiful save here for Eastlake. Cross opportunity. Touch pass into the middle. Heavy touch. Finds Chaveria. Her shot from outside the box just glides into the arms of Garrity. Maybe take one touch prior to taking that shot. Because when you're outside the box like that, there was a lot of space. I mean, that was a straight line to goal. Why not make up the margin of error and use that centrifugal force that you gain with that step to just rip that ball through goal? On the goal kick, here comes Jaeger down the right touch line. She's met by a pair of blue jerseys. She's dispossessed, but it goes off the foot, I believe, of Wimbish. Thrown in the attacking third for the Mavericks. 11.5 to play here in the second half, 1-0 score. La Costa up, 44th minute goal by Jordan Lamoreau. Afforded the lead here for the Mavericks. Ryan Cole with a slow stride to the soccer ball. Reminds me of when Tatis hits a home run, his jog around the bases. Everybody just trying to take their time here through the final 12 minutes of the game. Well, not everybody. If you're an LCC Maverick, you are. If you're an Eastlake Titan, now time becomes a factor. Start forcing the issue, build up some continuity on the counterattack, and trying to get the ball to one of your stars to score. Throw in here in the attacking third for La Costa. Right flank. Ball goes into the middle. It's Jaeger. She's dispossessed. Good tackle here from Johnson, kicking it off of Jaeger. Ball rolls. A nice save into the corner, though. Falls to Cole. Cole, the cross into the middle. Off the head and out of play. Courtney Hilliard, that's the person that you want, your star forward. The senior, though, goes wide left on the header, and it's a goal kick here. Quickly moving now is Pomado. Dumping it off to her right defensewoman. Now ball down the right flank. Towards midfield now. In possession is Lane. Lane kicks it back to Lane. Leno brings it cross pitch near side Johnson. Johnson at midfield. Through pass. Finds McIntyre in the middle of the field. McIntyre trying to force it up to Lane, but a header goes back to Lacoste towards the middle. Hilliard with it. Hilliard with a heavy touch trying to get away from Chaveria, but a double tackle gives possession back. No. Yeah, no, she was out of play. So a throw in here at midfield. Chaveria with it for Eastlake. Under 10 minutes to play now in the half, or in the game, I should say. Chaveria, midfield, brings it to Johnson near side. Johnson down the left flank. All staying in the middle third. Down that left touch line. Rodriguez with a heavy touch pass intended for Kylie Rivers. Falls to the defensive line here for Lacoste. They'll clear it all the way out to Leilani Pomado. Comes out of goal to the penalty area. Touch passes it near side to Johnson. Johnson on a closeout, able to dump it off to McIntyre. Staying on that left touch line. She is contested by Gailey. Goes back to Johnson. Gailey overplays Johnson. Allows Johnson to give it up. But a heavy touch on the pass to Rivers. I mean, Rivers was set up perfectly right there, but she turned without the ball. And once again, Ryan Cole able to clear it out for Lacoste. And now on the far side at midfield for Eastlake. Everybody for Lacoste playing back defensively in the last 9 minutes. High touch pass all the way into the middle of the box. Out of goal is Garrity. She corrals it. Little throw pass here on the near side. Gailey just clears it into the middle. And Lacoste is not going for possession right now. Their only striker is Jaeger. They have three midfielders who are all playing back in the defensive third. Just trying to keep Eastlake off balance. Chaveria, nice through pass down the right side, but it goes over the head of Daly on the bounce and out of play. It'll be a midfield throw-in for LCC. 1-0 score remains. 8 minutes to go here in the second half. Jonathan Rifkind with you on the call, the first of 7 through Saturday this week. Hope you can join us for as much or as little as possible. More soccer tomorrow at Southwest San Diego, taking on Poway in a Division I boys matchup. We'll have volleyball, open division volleyball on Thursday, and then soccer championships on Friday and Saturday. Ball in midfield here for the Titans. Goes off the foot of a Maverick here, but throw-in is awarded at midfield for Eastlake.
Entering the game for Eastlake, number 13, Miranda Gregory.
Miranda Gregory makes a reappearance here for the Titans. I throw in at midfield. Goes off the head of Hilliard and out of play by the Mavericks. Another throw in here for Eastlake, about 10-15 yards up from the previous throw-in. But they go back into the defensive third. Wimbish with it. Bring it near side to Johnson. Johnson has been really the facilitator out of the defensive third. Crossing midfield now. Again, Lacoste playing very defensive. They are giving space at midfield to Eastlake as another clear out goes back to midfield here. Wimbish with it. 7 minutes to play second half. Far side. Now Chaveria. This is the player that you want in possession. Facilitating things. Johnson with it. Again, plenty of pitch up at midfield. Finds Rodriguez. Left side. Her dump down is cleared out by Ryan Cole. She was looking for Kylie Rivers. Rivers didn't know where the ball was, and Cole was there to just boot it away. Throw in here for Eastlake. Attacking third, actually a great opportunity here for Eastlake. They trail 1-0 here, 6.5 to play. Throw in off the body of McIntyre. Oh, excuse me, that's Mia Lane. Cross into the middle. Nothing doing. Garrity is there for the Mavs. She has been phenomenal in goal all season, and what a blessing for this Maverick team to have her one more season, just a junior, and one of the best goalies, not only in North County, but in all of San Diego. On the goal kick, Titans get it midfield. Now, Mina Rodriguez brings it near side. Wimbish. Keeping possession. Gailey trying to track her down. Forces the give up to Rodriguez back in midfield. Or the middle of the field. Attacking third. Touch pass McIntyre. Going far side. Shot into the penalty box well outside of really threatening range there. And Garrity, again, no problem getting to it. And I think that's what that defensive-minded approach here for La Costa will force is just long shots because they are stacking that penalty area, trying to give no space to anybody in blue jerseys here today. 5.5 to play, second half. 1-0 score remains. Ball dribbled out of play. Eastlake will get the throw in. Middle third towards their defensive line. Going down that right touch line. And it's off of Costa again. Mia Lane was in the area. Throw in at dead midfield for the Titans. Looking for Lane again. She gets a heavy touch. It rolls off to Chaveria. Through pass. Goes past her intended target. Cleared out here by the Mavericks, I should say. Cole. Out of goal comes Pomato. Under 5 to play. Wimbish with it. Bringing it up. Down the right touch line now. Lano turning on the Jets. Too heavy of a touch, though, and a clear out here towards midfield. We'll give another throw. It's Eastlake in the vicinity. During this break in the action, we want to thank one of our premier sponsors, Aventus Health. Aventus Health congratulates all CIF student athletes, their schools, and supporting communities for their achievements. Your strength inspires us to do more than practice medicine. You inspire us to transform lives. Aventus Health, the official healthcare partner of the CIF. Together, inspired. 4:10 to go here. Second half, 1-0 La Costa leading Eastlake. It was a stalemate at halftime. It was broken by a Jordan Lamoureux 44th minute goal on a cross. Throw in here, back defensive third. Wimbish in possession, but she can't keep it. On the contest was Avery Nicholas. Forrest Wimbish. Actually, no, that was Cece Egan, the left wing. Trying to track down Wimbish and forced her just kick it out of play. Throwing attacking third here for the Mavs. Out in the middle. Ball goes to Houston. Houston with a touch pass. Tevy to Hilliard. Hilliard will just let it go to Eastlake to clear out. On the clear out, Roar. Caitlin Roar. Sophomore midfielder headers it out of play. Throwing in the defensive third for Eastlake. 3.5 to play here, second half. A trip to the championship in the Open Division on the line. La Costa looking to book their first one in quite some time. On the move is Riley Johnson. At midfield, touch pass to Rodriguez. She can't get to it. And the ball just dribbles all the way to Jenna Garrity. That was a really good opportunity. Rodriguez, it actually split Rodriguez and Rivers. It was closer to Rodriguez. It looked like she made eye contact with Rivers, and both of them realized before it was or by the time it was too late, that they could get to it. On the goal kick here, Johnson retains it in the defensive third. Now at midfield, Macatarian with it. 2.5 to play. Nice through pass to Wimbish down that left flank, but she is dispossessed. Does it go off of her? No, it does not. So a throw in here for Eastlake, attacking third. You could feel the air continue to intensify here on the Eastlake side. A scrum breaks out on the throw-in. Possession's kept by the Titans. It's Wimbish. In the middle, Wimbish across into the penalty area. And Garrity able to get a palm on it and finally gain possession to disrupt the opportunity. We're heading towards that 2-minute mark, which means once the 2 minute shows, we are at the mercy of the referee whistle with overtime, or extra time, I should say. Off the goal kick, Vanessa Wimbish with it. Brings it to McIntyre near side. Through pass up the middle is disrupted by Casey Dehan. Back to midfield. Again, Costa over the last 15 minutes has played very defensively, allowing the Eastlake defensive backs to maintain possession and try and facilitate for the Titans up front, but it has not gone their way, at least to this point. We hit that 2-minute mark. Substitutions coming in. Jordan Lamoureux, who owns the lone goal of the day, heads back in. Cece Egan will take a seat. Throw in here for La Costa Canyon. Defensive third. Actually, it's closer to midfield. Ryan Cole just cradling that soccer ball. Throws it back to Dehan. Little forward pass down the right touch line. Dribbles out of play. And Riley Johnson, you never like to have to utilize your energy to chase down balls out of play, but when time becomes a factor, so does energy. Throws it down the right touch line. Rodriguez tried to head her, went over her head. Ball is corralled, though, to Wimbish, Selena Wimbish. Loses it. Goes back into the defensive third. Out of goal comes Pomato. Eastlake now. Their season coming down to these final moments, these final touches. Winner go home soccer. They trail 1-0 here with the chip to the championship on the line. Out at midfield, it's Chaveria. Nice little possession. Keeper swings it near side. Mkhitaryan with plenty of space on the counter. Here comes Mkhitaryan into the defensive third, and her pass is wide left of Kylie Rivers and out of play. La Costa will get the throw in. They will jog towards it as slow as they can, and Rivers is just sprinting to that ball in the corner of the track, trying to save as much time as possible for the Titans. La Costa in no rush as we hit extra time here in the second half. Throw in here, taken by Lamoureux. She clears it out to midfield on the near side for Eastlake. Or in possession to Eastlake, I should say. Vanessa Wimbish with it. Brings it back to Pomato, the goalie. Slings it down the right flank, taken by Leno. Leno for Eastlake, trying to push it up to Chaveria at midfield. Now into the attacking third, Chaveria. Plenty of space out in front of her, swings it near side. Mkhitaryan with it, trying to facilitate the game-tying goal here in extra time. Mkhitaryan, the shot goes off the hand of Casey Dehan. No handball is called, I believe. It goes out of play, a throw in here for Eastlake. Attacking third, quick throw in. Goes to Rivers. Rivers with the shot. It bounces into the hands of Garrity. Time continuing to dwindle. We have no clue what extra time is. It's just at the mercy of the officials. So when the whistle blows, that's when this game is over. Until then, we play on. Goal kick is headed out towards midfield, out of play off of Eastlake. It'll be a throw, and it went off the head of Vanessa Leno. Throw in into midfield. Riley Johnson has played basically all of this game in defense for Eastlake, and I believe that turnover out in the defensive third here for Eastlake will give back to La Costa Canyon on the throw-in. And they are just massaging the time right now. Lamoureux on the throw-in. We'll just watch it go out of play, and that's it. The final whistle blows. And La Costa Canyon, the 3 seed, downs the 2 seed Eastlake. They are headed to the CIF San Diego Section Open Division Championships at Mission Bay on Friday. What a match. A stalemate into the 44th minute. And Jordan Lamoureux on a cross, able to find the back of the net. And that lone goal ended up being the difference maker in today's match. What a wonderful season. Can't take anything away from Eastlake. They had a great year under first-year head coach Cameron Roger. And you got to tip your hat to these Titans. I mean, this was a team that had to beat Bonita Vista in the regular season to get to this point. They had to beat Point Loma in the first round. They had to get through La Costa Canyon. And when you have to face such competition, you give it your all. And that's what we saw at Eastlake tonight. But La Costa Canyon walks away with the victory, and they win 1-0. Well, I guess it's time to sign off, but I promise you won't be without me for very long. I'll be at Southwest San Diego. We'll be down at the border tomorrow as Southwest hosts Poway. How about that? A deep North County versus a deep South Bay matchup in the D1 Boys Championship, or semifinal rather, with the championship on the line. 5 o'clock kick, 4:45 pregame for that one. But for everybody here who made our broadcast possible, special thanks to all of the wonderful people at Eastlake for accommodating us here in the press box, to our friends at La Costa Canyon, to everybody in the CIF San Diego section office, and Prep Insider. My name is Jonathan Rifkind, signing off. La Costa Canyon is headed to the San Diego Section Open Division Championships after downing Eastlake 1-0. We will see you tomorrow night at Southwest San Diego, and then we'll be back at Mission Bay on Friday night for the Open Division Championships, and back here at Eastlake on Saturday for the Division II Championships. Until then, Jonathan Rifkin signing off. We will see you on Wednesday. Have a great rest of your Tuesday evening. Once again, La Costa Canyon downs Eastlake 1-0 as they head to the CIF San Diego Section Open Division Championships.